Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping, and we back with another haircut tutorial. Now, I know y'all seen me do a Southside challenge a while back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 360 Jeezy and my boy Jay Blends for participating in it. They're the only ones I've seen participate in it so far. But so y'all said y'all wanted to see a tutorial, so that's what we're doing here, guys. As you can see, I'm taking the new Low Pro FX clipper, the FX1, and I'm going over the top with my 1.5 guard. This is my 1.5 guard, not a 1 open, 1.5 guard going over the top. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but it looked like he had like a taper before, so this was something a little different for him, but nonetheless, it was a fun haircut to do. But we went over the top with the 1.5 guard, got all that down to the 1.5. Now we're going in and setting in our initial bald guideline. And just if you are interested, these are the Stylecraft Instincts. You know, your boy's got a discount code on stylecraftus.com, discount code TANK10. But as you can see, we just balding them out. And obviously I sped this part up a little bit because I feel that balding out a Southside fade is what takes the longest. So as you can see, we started about midway in the vertical bar area, and then towards the crown, we basically cut the whole crown off. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Southside fades are supposed to look. They're not supposed to have any crown. You're actually supposed to come up about midway of the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you can do it a little less or a little more, but this is just the way that I've learned to do it. And so I push my line in, and then I'm taking off all that excess hair. And remember, guys, this is a Southside fade, not a high fade. You know what I'm saying? Not a high and tight. It is a Southside fade all the way from Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? But after that is done, I'm taking my FX3 shaver and I'm just balding out my client. And like I said, balding out is really what takes the longest. So I decided to use my FX3 shaver because to me, the FX3 shavers is one of the best shavers in the game right now. So I like to use it when I have a lot of hair that I need to take off. So that's basically why I'm using the FX3 shaver on this cut. Also, guys, if you want to purchase this shaver, you can go to BabylissPro.com. Use my discount code TANK10 if you're trying to get anything off of the Babyliss Pro website. But nonetheless, as you can see, we have the silhouette of where we're going to start the fade. We got the bald line in there. Remember, guys, about midway in the C cup and then about midway on top of the head, give or take, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm going over the sides and I guess some of the top with the shaver, the closer I get to that line, I'm trying to relieve a little pressure. Now, the thing about doing a Southside fade is it's a little different because you want to do the same steps, but the hair is growing differently on top than it does on the side. So it goes forward, and to blend, you know what I'm saying, you have to kind of blend backwards, if that makes sense. But y'all gonna see it in this video. I hadn't done a Southside fade in a minute until I did this video, and I've been doing, you know, a couple a week. I think I've done, ever since this video, I've done about 4 or so, give or take. And yeah, man, it's a hard haircut to rock. Not everybody can rock it, you know what I'm saying? But I think this man pulled it off. But now I'm going in with the Low Pro FX1, setting in my next guideline. And remember, guys, towards the vertical bar area, you want your guideline to be a little smaller, and as you work your way to the top of the head, the guideline can be bigger. So you can go up about, you know, 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch on the side, and then once you get to the top, you want to go up about 3/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. And now that that section is put in there, I'm going in with my 1 guard lever open. And as you can see, I'm blending back, if that makes sense. You know, I'm coming back with the clipper instead of forward, because going with the grain, it isn't really gonna cut that much hair. Yes, you can freestyle a little bit that way, you can blend a little bit that way, but you wanna set in your guidelines going against the grain. So that's what I'm doing with my 1 guard lever open. And I'm basically just trying to blend into that 1.5 guard that I did earlier in the cut. So like I said earlier in the cut, I did my 1.5 guard. So 1 guard open, it's gonna blend easily into that. So I'm basically doing a form of debulking, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it a little easier to blend in. So that's what I'm doing with my 1 guard lever open. And as you can see, I'm going over it a good amount of times. Want to make sure I'm being nice and consistent with it. And yeah, man, I'm taking my time, not rushing. You know, like I said, this is a hard haircut to do. It's not easy to pull off. So, you know, you got to take your time while you're doing it. And then as you saw me do there, I did just adjust my lever. And I think I started off with it open, and then I was gonna do it closed, but I said, you know what, let me go halfway closed first and see how that looks. So same thing, I'm going in with my clipper, 1 guard halfway closed, and I'm just attacking this line. I'm really not trying to move forward too much because I already did my 1 guard lever open. So I'm trying to stay in between where I did my 1 guard lever open and that line that you see right here. And then here my lever is closed a little more, and I'm doing the same thing. So when it comes to doing Southside fades, guys, like I said, it is a difficult cut to do. So I like to, you know, be very very careful with what I'm doing, so I was closing my lever little by little, working my way more towards that line. And as you can see here, that line is looking a little more erased. It's not 100% completely erased, but I'm just going in, adjusting my lever as needed, working this line without trying to create another line. And then obviously, as y'all can see, I'm doing the same thing on this side of the head. And I did adjust my lever a good amount of times on this part of the blend, just because, like I said earlier, guys, I wanted to make sure that this blend looked right, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, that's what we're doing here. One guard lever closed now. I believe it's all the way closed now. It may be one notch open, but I'm just attacking that line right there that y'all see me hitting, taking my time, cutting and then brushing, because when you have the hair particles, the extra debris right there on that line, you really can't see that line. So you want to make sure that you're brushing it away every time you do a little bit of strokes. That way you can actually see what the hair is doing. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm moving on to my half guard, and this is my lever. I want to say it's either halfway open or 3/4 of the way open, and all I'm doing is still just attacking this line right here that y'all see me hitting, and I'm really just trying to work this line. Like I said, I'm really not trying to come too far forward, because then that may leave more discrepancies, it may leave more dark areas, and I may cut off too much hair. So I'm just working this line, adjusting my lever closed little by little, notch by notch if you need to, you know what I'm saying? That's perfectly fine as long as you get the finished look to look the way you want it to look. So I'm going in, just adjusting my lever notch by notch, little by little, working that line and seeing what it does before I decide if I want to move on to my next step. Do I need to adjust my lever a little more? Do I need to do a little more detail work? And then once I see what the hair is doing, then I decide to do, you know, what it is I feel that I need to do. And as you saw me do right there, I did go with the grain a little bit, just to kind of, it's basically like freehanding a little bit, just to blend it, make that blend look a little more softer. And now I'm going in with my clipper halfway open, and I'm attacking this first initial line. Now y'all see me going with the grain, and it's not gonna get it as short as going against the grain. So I went with the grain with my clipper halfway open, and now my clipper is all the way closed, and it's still not gonna get this line out completely. But the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I want to be careful. If I go against the grain with that clipper all the way closed, it may leave another line, and that's basically what I was not trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to attack this bottom line, going with the grain to see if it blends it out. And since it didn't, now as you see here, I'm going more against the grain to try to, you know, soften that line up, make it look a little more blurrier, buff it out, you know, whatever it is you want to call it to make that line come out. And same thing here, guys. I'm just adjusting my lever as needed. Started off started off all the way open, and then just adjusting my lever little by little, working my way more towards that initial bald guideline to try to get that line to become erased, but still leave that blend looking nice and buttery. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking my trimmer. These are the gold FX ones from Babyliss. By the way, guys, these clippers and trimmers are coming soon. But what I'm doing is, as y'all can see here, I'm going with the grain, trying to knock out that line. And then we're gonna do the same exact thing on the opposite side, going in with the clipper open, and then gonna adjust my lever little by little, trying to basically trying to not clear out this bulk, but get this line to become erased. So we're adjusting our lever little by little, working this line, and then once we see what the hair is doing, we're gonna close our lever or adjust it open or close, whatever we feel is necessary to get that line to come out. Now I close my clipper all the way, and I'm going with the grain once again, just to not leave it too bald. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to kind of freehand it, just tapping this line. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get it to come erased. And then since it didn't, now I'm gonna go against the grain. And that's just a little tip you can use when you're doing Southside fades. I feel that helps me a lot, and it helps to get that line a lot softer before you just go in against the grain and possibly take off too much hair. And it's just like anything, guys. Sometimes that line isn't gonna come out completely, so you're gonna have to adjust your lever. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is when you're cutting hair. That lever, you are gonna have to do lever play. You are gonna have to go open, close, go different ways on the against the grain, with the grain, across the grain. You're gonna have to do what you gotta do to get that line to come out. But it's technically the same steps you would do when you're doing any type of fade. And now I'm going in with my trimmer, trying to get that bottom line out. And once again, going with the grain. You can come against the grain, but like I said, when you go with the grain, it makes it a little softer. If I would have went directly against the grain, I feel that it may have taken too much hair off. So that's why I didn't. But now we're going back in doing some more detail work. I believe this is my 1 guard, and I'm just going to be adjusting my lever closed, little by little, doing what I feel is necessary to do my detail work, you know what I'm saying? And same thing, same rules apply to any haircut. When you're doing detail work, take your time, adjust your lever as needed, use whatever guard you feel is necessary. But like I was saying earlier in the video, guys, these trimmers and clippers, the FX1 collection is coming soon. I believe they're dropping November 1st. So November 1st, y'all can head over to BabyLissPro.com if you are interested. Like I said, you ain't got to, but if you are interested, BabyLissPro.com, use my discount code TANK10. That way you can save yourself a little bit of money upon purchasing these tools. But as y'all can see, man, that blend is coming together. I think it's a perfect placement for his head shape. Like I said earlier, not everyone can rock this Southside Fade. I believe you have to have a certain head shape for it to look good, and I think he had a perfect head shape for it. So now that that is done, I'm going in and I'm lining up my client. And I'm starting off in the middle of my client's head, setting in my initial line, and then I'm working my way over. And then Southside Fades really aren't supposed to have like dominant, super dark C-cup. So as you can see, the C-cup is not C-cup, sorry about that, vertical bars. So as you can see, the vertical bars, they're pretty short, but I am gonna hit them up a little bit just to give a nice line, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't supposed to be dark. I've seen some people doing the vertical bars super dark, and I guess that's like a new way of doing it, you know what I'm saying, just to give it a little twist. But I mean, I guess you can if you want to, but you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to. But now we're moving on to the beard work. As y'all saw me do, I faded the beard in with my clipper open, adjusted it closed as needed, and now I'm taking my trimmers, line them up behind the beard, on the cheek, and now under the beard. Hit up that mustache, and we're just basically following what he has, just making it look sharper, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people always ask, how do you do beards, how do you do mustaches? I really can't teach how to do it. You just gotta see a line that's not there, or sometimes it is there, and just go over it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the lines are straight, make sure the lines are crispy, and that's basically what I'm doing here. And then we're just gonna blend this side of the beard in, clipper open, adjust it closed as needed. And as y'all can see, I am adding some enhancements just to make this hairline pop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think it made the haircut look better. Not saying the haircut didn't look good without them, but as you can see, I'm not covering up any mistakes. All I'm doing is trying to make these lines pop. Sometimes people use enhancements to cover up mistakes, and I just use them to make the haircut look a little better, last a little longer, give my client a little more confidence with them enhancements. And that's basically what I'm doing here, is just spraying enough to make it look good. And then I added some hairspray to help lock that in. And because I wanted to go over with some hair fibers, once again, just on that front line, just to make it look a little sharper, a little cleaner, and make it look a little, make that line pop a little more. And then I'm gonna go back over with my hairspray to lock those fibers in, and then I'm gonna reline up my client. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is trying to make everything look nice, sharp, symmetrical, just make everything look on point, you know what I'm saying? And then now that that is done, we're moving on to the finishing touches of this haircut. I'm using my razor, you know what I'm saying? We're doing the razor work, making these lines pop just a little more, you know what I'm saying? We line them up nice, we hit them with some enhancements, and now we're going over all these lines with the razor just to make that line pop a little more. Now you can add the barber pencil if you want to, but I didn't for this haircut. I just decided just to, I don't want to say keep it natural because we added enhancements, but I just wanted to keep it, I didn't want to put that much different, what's the word I'm looking for? Gradients between the hair and the hairline. So as you can see, we're just doing the razor work, making everything nice and sharp, taking care of all those lines, all the excess straight hairs, all that good stuff. And then I'm using the shaver at the bottom of my neck to clean up all that hair. But check it out, man. This is how my man came into the shop looking. This is the before look. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. Remember guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbechopping.com. You can book there. Like I said, man, this is a hard haircut to do and a hard haircut to pull off, but I think he's got the perfect head shape for it. I think I did him right. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this. If y'all need any discount on any tools, I got the discount codes down in my description. But remember guys, you can also go to fwbarbersupply.com. Use my discount code TANK10 on any of, they have tools, they have everything you need for barbers, all the supplies and everything. So fwbarbersupply.com, discount code TANK10. But yeah, YouTube, let me know what y'all think about this cut. Let me know what y'all think about this video. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, all that good stuff, man. But I think I did my man right. Y'all let me know down in the comments. But with that being said, man, that's basically it for this video. I'll see y'all guys next time. Let's go.